Here we go. You will have this on your quiz tomorrow. If you do not know how to do this, you need to come and connect with me. Where's my marker? Why does he take my black markers? He continually takes the black marker. Okay. Balance point. I don't care which side you start with. I'm going to start with the easier. Actually, I'm going to start with the harder side. Distribute. Oh, no wonder. Took the black marker. It's not working. Maybe you should go to the office and give me a black marker.
I can do that.
No, we'll hop along. You're going to stay here.
I can do it. I'm going up to the office right now.
Again! Good! I need a break. I need a break. That way I'm not teaching. It'll be wonderful. None of you will miss me. It's fine. It's fine. 3 multiplied by x is 3x. 3 multiplied by -9 is -27. Questions on that part? Now, this is where it can get a little confusing. We have a negative sign. What number is with that negative sign? Negative what? 1. There's an invisible -1 there. So now I'm distributing a -1 to the 4x, which is -4x. -1 to the +2, which is -2. Sticking over here with the left-hand side. Combine what? Like terms on the same side, do the same thing it says. 3x minus 4x is -1x. -27 minus 2 is -29. Still good there? Yes? Okay. Honestly, how do we feel doing that? Yeah? I mean, you're going to be on your quiz. Feel all right with this?
Sure.
I'm looking to give you a quiz not because, oh my gosh, we need it because we've done so many sections. I want to have you have a boost. Okay? So we've only done 3 sections since our last one. Let's have a boost of a grade. Sound good? The more quizzes, the better our chance that score is going to go up. Over here.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yes!
What's the last one up?
Well, the last one was not our best one, but none of you have come in for help. None of you have come in for help. So, distribute the 7. Don't be talking back there. Can't hear my music. 7 multiplied by x is 7x. 7x, or 7 multiplied by the 8 is +56. Questions here? Okay, now, we need to combine, go ahead.
No, you
No, go. I want you to, please.
Oh, combined term on opposite sides.
Which ones?
The x,
The x's, the variables. Okay, so which one do you want to move? Because it doesn't matter.
the 7,
Okay, so how am I going to move the 7 to the other side?
-7.
Very good. So I don't, and this is just me, I don't prefer to have a negative variable, but it doesn't change the answer. So 7x minus 7x is the additive addition property. 56 comes down. -1 minus 7 is -8x's minus 29. I don't like having, again, a negative variable. That's just me. So I will always move my smaller variable. But again, it doesn't matter. That's what makes this so much fun. At least I think it's fun, because there's a lot of different ways you can do it. Combine constants.
You okay? No?
Combine constants on opposite sides. So we're trying to get the x isolated, so we need to move the -29. If it's on opposite sides, we do the inverse or the opposite operation. -29, add 29. All of this comes down. -8x equals 5. Is that 85?
Yep.
Okay. Divide by -8. And I don't believe I can simplify that. So do in your calculators, do 85 divided by -8. Press second PRB. Or in your case, you have a second table. Should give you a
1.328.
second PRB. This is why you need to have the real calculators. Second PRB. You did something wrong. I cannot simplify this anymore, and that gives me -85. You will have questions. You will have questions that have answers of a fraction. Okay? So don't be upset by fractions. You're in Algebra 2. Algebra saw lots of fractions. Get used to seeing fractions. Questions? Get out your homework, please. There are two that I would like to make sure that we do together. Yeah, probably 13 and 15 or whatever those were. We did, I have no idea what we did.
We did 1 through 9 and then 11 through 16.
1 through 9 and 11 through 16? Perfect, love
I believe.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna check. I honestly don't remember, I'm sorry. Teaching 3 different classes, I'm trying to keep track of all of them. Didn't we do 1 through 16?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see what you got. Yes? Yes? Nope. Okay. What you got? Oh, yes, you got.
Let's see. That's so cute.
Yes.
Yeah, I have them. I just don't understand these three. I tried to.
But you didn't grab any.
I'll have to graph them.
Yes.
Okay.
Solve and graph. Okay. So, then here's what I'm going to do. Since really,
Got to learn the last two facts.
okay, most of y'all didn't follow directions, I'll explain what we're going to do during class, okay? Because you need to finish this homework. Here we go. Number 1 is letter C. Number 2 is letter G. 3 is E. 4 is F. 5 is D. 6 is B. 7 is F. And 8 is A. Are there any of those that you would like to see? Okay. Pretty good? Okay. Flip it. Number 9 is, and again, we'll do 13 and 15 together. X is less than 5, which means it's an open circle on the 5, shaded towards the flags. Okay? Flags over here, doors over there. So I'm going to say flags or door. Number 10, X does not equal -1, which means open circle at -1, and it's shaded both other directions. Number 11, X is less than -3. Open circle on -3, shaded towards the flags. 12 is a fraction. X is greater than 9/2, 9/2. Open circle on 9/2, shaded towards the door. 13 we'll come back to. There is no solution for number 13. Number 14, X is greater than or equal to -4/5. Closed circle at -4/5, shaded towards the door. 15, X is greater than or equal to -1/2. Closed circle at -1/2, shaded towards the door. And number 16 is all real numbers, which, again, I'm going to do 13 and 16. So let's start with those so that you can see what happens. And why some are no real solution and why some are all real numbers. And then I will be glad to do any others. Okay, so let's start with 13. Two, x minus 1 greater than or equal to 2x plus 4. Okay. Everybody ready? So, to solve this, same idea as equations, right? I told you the only difference between inequalities and equations, if we multiply or divide both sides by a negative, right? So I distribute first. 2x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 2x plus 4. Combine the variables on opposite sides. So I subtract 2x from both sides. What's 2x minus 2x? 0. What's 2x minus 2x? So that leaves me with -2 is greater than or equal to 4. Listen to that again. -2 is greater than or equal to 4. Is that a true statement? Is negative 2 bigger than 4? No, that's really what the negative 2 is not greater than 4. This is not a true statement. Therefore, there is no real solution. If it gets you a number that does not work, negative 2 is greater than or equal to 4, that's not true. So there's no real solution. It's what's considered a null set. There's no answer. Does that make sense for 13? The opposite holds true for 15, or 16, I'm sorry, 16. Because, watch what happens here. We have 2, 3x plus 1 minus 6x is greater than or equal to negative 1/2. Distribute, distribute. 6x plus 2 minus 6x is greater than or equal to negative 1/2. 6x's minus 6x's is how many x's? 0. Guess what? And this is one of my favorite things to say. There's no oxes in algebra. Okay? There's no oxes. So I can't put 0x because there's no oxes in algebra. Okay? That's my funny way of saying, hey, you can't have 0 x's. So that's gone. What's left over? A positive 2 is greater than or equal to negative 1/2. Is that true? If you have no variables and the statement is true, the answer is all real numbers. The symbol for all real numbers is 2 lines with an R. How would I graph that, though? Well, I put a 0, I put a 1, I put a negative 1. And guess what I do? I shade the whole thing. Okay? What questions do we have? Are there any others that you'd like to see? Number 12. Love to. Is the red all right? Is the color of the red fine? We're all able to see that? Okay. It's my marker that works the best right now, so I'm just going to keep using it until I get a black marker. So 12 says x plus 7 is less than negative 2 plus 3x. This is where having the correct calculator is going to help. I'm going to keep telling you that because you shouldn't have to think about fractions. You should let the calculator do the work. These calculators don't do it. You need that 83, 84. So, first step, nothing to do on either side. Combine like variables. I subtract x from both sides. Now, let me stop there. Hey, Mr. H, you told us the variables should always be where? Left side. So let's move the variables to the left side. So I'm going to subtract 3x. 3x minus 3x is 0. Negative 2 comes down, leaves me negative 2x plus 7. Subtract 7 from both sides. Negative 2x is less than negative 9. Still with me? What do I have to do here? What's my step?
Oh.
What do I have to do to get x by itself? Divide by?
Negative 2.
Oh, we're dividing by a negative 2 on both sides. And Ava, you said it already. When we divide by a negative, we have to flip the inequality symbol. Negative divided by a negative is positive. X is greater than 9/2. How would I do this? I'd put 9/2, 8/2, which is really 4, but you can just put 8/2, 10/2. I don't really care. And then we're going to put an open circle and shade. Even though 8/2 is 4, 10/2 is 5, that's fine. Okay, are we having questions on this? So, here's what we're doing today. If you didn't do the homework, which a lot of you didn't do the homework, you're going to work on that now. Okay? Which means, those of you who did do the homework, you get to start on your bonus work. There are 20 questions. Okay? There are 20 questions here. Every 4 that you get correct, you get a point added to your quiz tomorrow. So you're turning this in before the end of class for me to check it. Several of you are going to do your homework first, instead of working on bonus. Everybody with me? Get started.